What are we looking at? Let's take a peek down here. What is everybody wanting? Wormwood. Okay, now this is Artesma absinthe, guys. This is not Sweet Ann, as I call it, another type of wormwood, exceptional. This is a gopher living in my wormwood. He must have had some bowel problems or something and needed to get a little cleansing out of his tummy or something, because they like the wormwood too. So people saying, do I sell wormwood right now? Well, what are you guys looking at right now? You're looking at what looks like kind of dying plants. Well, I did a video showing you the front yard. I showed you catnip. I showed you lemon balm. And I showed you what it does is when we come into winter, what's so cool in my area is it doesn't die. It goes all the way back down to the bottom of that stem where its growth is, and that's what you get. It's not gonna give me tall growth. It's gonna stay right here until we get warm consistently. Then it'll be big. So right now, what's awesome is I leave it. The cuttings you guys are getting that you go, what is it? It's ugly cutting, it doesn't look right. Well, wormwood is not the most beautiful plant, folks. When you get a cutting from it, it is not gorgeous. And most cuttings, so now you're looking at a base stem here, most of the cuttings are thin like this. That's most of the cuttings that were from last year. So what you're getting is valid, folks, and it grows. It's a weed, but it doesn't like the cold, as you can see. So if you got a cutting from me, get it in a warm spot, because if it's in a warm spot, it's gonna take off. I've got this stuff planted everywhere. What's awesome about it is it gets older. You can commonly do this, like, look at that. That snapped right off. I'm guessing a gopher or something came in. It's still alive, okay? It's a cutting. Boom. That will grow, okay? Soil has to be very wet. If your soil is dry, it won't. Another thing we can do, see this guy here? This is super common that they get floppy as they get older, like this guy here even. So all you do is bury it. Boom, while it's attached, okay? Pack that guy in there, get that little tip to pop out, boom. Now what it's gonna do, it's gonna start crawling through the soil and give us more plant, give us more rooting. This is something that I don't ever let die. My climate can keep it alive. You can always put it in a pot, guys. This stuff does fantastic in pots. Oh, I need something to hold this guy down. I'm not gonna push that one down above the drip line, but you get the idea that this guy, you'd put something on it. You can do this with strawberries and all kinds of stuff. It's phenomenal, and it'll just keep going, but I can't cut it right now, guys. So even cuttings are tricky, because as you can see what I'm working with, these are newer plants. I have older wormwood that still has big long branches, and that's what I'm getting it from. This was only planted last year. And again, this seed looks like dust, just like all herbs. So we're not aiming to get one seed. Put a pinch of seeds and keep it very wet. This is the slowest thing to get growing. On a heat mat, this could take you 20 days or longer, 30 days for those seeds to pop, so don't give up. They're there, they're gonna grow. Right when you're ready to let go of them, you're gonna see they're gonna grow. So never give up, because some of these seeds are supposed to take forever. Here's an example again of something that took forever to grow. Well, anybody can buy lavender, huh? Anybody can buy it, but who grows it from seed? Oh, I do. So we've got a combo here. This is a new bed, and you can see I've got some little pieces down here. Man, the gophers got me, guys. Oh man, see this guy here? I just replanted it. I found some littles in here that I had a couple. Oh, here we go. This little guy right here, it's a nub. It is a total nub. That's actually lavender that's gonna grow back. Have a little faith. So what we're doing here, that little head off. This is Spanish, okay? This is English. Now these are brand new. And this poor guy had to withstand the worst time. Now remember, lavender does not like it wet like this, guys. We're soaking wet from the rain. It makes it a little bit angry, okay? It really likes a drought situation more than anything. So be patient with your lavender. It's some of my favorite. So again, you can see, too bad the English isn't blooming. So the English, what's so bitchin' about it is it can be used like toothpicks. They're almost rods that pop off. The Spanish is just unforgettable. It's absolutely divine. It creates a big fluff top, which is just beautiful. It's more of a stout plant, and this is the most difficult to grow, if you ask me, is the Spanish. We can buzz into the back, guys, and take a peek at other lavender. I'll show you the French, but before we go there, let's do something else. Let's do a quick look at water shoots. Okay, so we're in the dead of winter, folks, and what's going on here is we're dealing with water shoots. We've talked about you broke some branches, right? Well, let's come on down here. Take a peek at, we'll do some of the green gauge because they really broke off some good. Let's see if I can find, oh, here we go. Some great water shoots. Here we go. Come here. Here's an example. Now, unfortunately, I don't think my cutters, I'm going to need to get a saw for this. But here's an example of water shoots. Now, you can see what happened here. I broke a branch. Why did this branch break? Well, it's probably too upright to begin with. If it's too upright, like a water shoot, see how they're just straight up to the sky? Then you don't want to ever grow fruit on this, okay? These all have to be removed. The minute we break a branch, this is what we're going to get of. And if you don't get rid of these, guess what happens? Your tree is going to be claustrophobic with all this crap that's now going to try and grow, and it's not beneficial, okay? So we get rid of all this. All of these. And I've got the worst pair of clippers in the world today. Boom. So you can keep a water shoot. Now, if I saw one that wasn't shooting right up to the sky, well, I'd think about keeping it. But so far, I don't like any of these. And if you cut these off in summer or spring, you're doomed. Because what are you gonna do? You get more water shoots. So the tree is dormant right now. So we're gonna get rid of them. Now, let's say they're not big like this. Okay, we don't have giant water shoots. We got the little fellas, like this guy here. I'll show you. Okay, how about, see a little, oh, here we go. So these are all little water shoots. See all these cluttered? You guys, you can't even get in here. I mean, there is so many that I almost have to reach around from the back. Anything going straight up to the sky. Okay, now this one, this is a crossover branch. I don't even like that. That was just crossing over the center. Folks, if we're not going to get air into the trees and you don't have an open canopy, guess what's going to happen? You are going to have the worst fruit in the world. Let me get around over here so I can get to the other side. So it's very important that every single winter we assess, did we break branches? Is there something? We don't want to cross over, okay? So I don't know if you guys can even see, but like, look at the clutter in here. How many branches do we need in a row? We don't. Okay, now this is straight up, you see? But you see how this guy's coming to the side more? Mm-hmm. I like that. We're gonna leave that guy. This guy's going, okay? Get rid of it. Now, if you're sitting there going, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, you're fine. Water shoots take on different color, okay? Now, this again is a water shoot, but you see how it's coming at an angle? It's not really the end of the world. It's not straight up. Everything straight up like this, cluttery, get rid of it, guys. You can tell the difference in the color, what you want to keep, which is the original branches. We're not aiming to have 50 more branches this year. The tree already is going to set too much fruit. These are plums. I believe this is a burgundy plum right here. These two. And these are highly productive plum trees. So you really got to be careful on your plums. If you are not removing these water shoots from a break, and trust me, I'm sure your trees are breaking. Again, look at the color difference. These guys are getting stuck on everybody. You see that color difference? Do you think you can tell, Rhea, that it's red compared to like this?
Yeah.
So, or even compared to the trunk here. So we're looking for red. The fresh red means it just grew. If it's not on your original branches and you leave it, it's gonna take away from what you're already growing from. I don't like this guy either. It's a shame because all of these shot off this trunk here are bad. I don't want any of them. If I keep any of these uprights, it just makes a big mess of things, guys. So again,
this one's like,
yeah. Well, look at them all. You can just look up,
gosh.
and everything that's sticking straight up has to come out.
Oh, geez, that's a lot.
Because what's going to happen is it's going to grow on those spurs. Okay, so if we show you guys, the fruit grows on all these spurs right here. So, I know you get your hair stuck in it, everything is crazy. So it's growing on all these spurs. We already have spurs on this. These are good branches. Some of these, believe it or not, I think were growing even from last year, and I didn't remove like I should have, because, you know, I get busy too. But we're coming in now, and we're gonna get rid of a lot of this, because I can't have all this stuff sticking straight up. Oop. Get rid of it. And oh goodness, you know, I sharpen my clippers all the time, guys, but I gotta tell you, you should almost carry a pair of sharpeners on you, because this darn pair is so old. Okay, I don't like that. This guy, I don't like this guy here, but I'm gonna keep that one. Don't like it. Okay, don't like this here. Don't like this here. What else? Sometimes you gotta back away a little too, guys.
Yeah.
Gather your sight, because if you're old like me, my eyes start seeing, can't see anything anymore. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So here's what I did. Okay, what's going on here? These are all sticking straight up. No, no, no. Why are they all sticking straight up? Well, look at what I did. Cut, cut, cut. When did I cut those? I cut all those branches during the season while it was growing. I had to. I couldn't even walk through here. What happens when we do that? Well, that you get this mess. You get all of these. So, because it doesn't just start at that end piece, guys. It will start anywhere on the tree. So, get rid of them. Get rid of them all, because I don't think there's enough out there information, folks, to show you about these water shoots. And if you're running some peach trees and you're running all this stuff, you are going to regret it. And we're going to cut these back here. Oh, I guess I definitely need to be sharpening. Cut those back there. This guy, I don't like it going up, but I like it's coming off. I'm gonna remove that guy there. I'm gonna remove this guy here. Again, so are you starting to see, guys? We're getting rid of a lot of this upright, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And when we get rid of that, now we're not risking the fruit this year. If your tree, well, mine already do it, sets too much fruit, which it's going to if it's a plum or a peach or a pluot or any of that, if it sets too much fruit and now you've got all those excess branches, you're surely gonna break again. And you know, there's nothing more sad than all the work put in these gorgeous trees and we sit back breaking. Here's some more back here I can show you. Okay, we broke some massive branches on these guys last year. Here and here, look at how sad that one is. Now, the water shoots aren't as terrible as I would have expected from that area. But we want to come in because look at this guy's crossing over here. Is this branch? You go, okay, that one's not straight up, is it? But it's laying on these other branches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to get good fruit, if we don't have air in the tree, I'm telling you guys what's going to happen. You don't get air in this tree, you are going to regret it because the fruit's going to rot fast. So it's usually called an open canopy, okay? I hear a bird, do you hear it? Making a funny sound,
Yeah.
like it's all brrr.
Yeah.
Again, so when we look at that tree, back up. How many branches are crossing? Look at these. These are old branches crossing one another. Now's the time. Clean it up because your best fruit comes from the tree that you looked at and went, what's that there for? Look at this. Okay, now I did leave these. Look at it sitting in here. Let's get rid of it. Okay, let's get rid of that. We don't want it sitting on this branch. This branch is already going to be full. This is going to sit on it, and what? Here we've got some upright ones. Let's get rid of. I don't like that. It was going too far up. Too far up. Here's another one too far up. I'm actually going to cut that one back here, but there's a little nublet I'm going to show you, if I can get him, that I left. So you see that one going that way?
Yeah.
Okay, we left that one. I like that one. It's not in an odd position. This, really? Guys, I cut the end. There's the water shoot. You see that? What the heck do I want that for, okay? Get rid of it. Same even with this. We've got a branch right here. Get rid of it, okay? And this is the time to do it. Remember, we're in the middle of winter. We're right around the corner from spring. Here we go. Top branch. We broke that badly. Look at what it did. It sent up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, jeez.
You don't want them. Every one of these is going to set fruit. Every one of these, guys. And let me tell you, I could do it all day that you are going to be contacting me going, What's wrong with my tree? Did you remove the water shoots? Now, here's the thing. This is kind of cool if you get into propagation. Every one of these is a plum tree, okay? So if you learn how to root your rootstock, this is how you make more trees like I do, okay? This is how you stay in business. Now we keep cutting. I don't like any of these. Look at this ugly guy there. And it's fast, okay? These broke over summer. This has only taken a few months for these to establish into making this poor tree a mess where we can't even tell what we want to grow on anymore. I know that a lot of these I don't like. Get rid of this guy. And I hope that you guys are going to be able to take this video, go out into your orchard or whatever you got growing, and clean up that tree, because I have experienced in all the years, and I have been doing fruit trees for a lot of years, guys. I am no arborist, I can assure you, but I do know I like this branch. I don't know why. I seem to like this one, and this one's even questionable here. This one I don't like though, and that. I actually don't even think I like that at all. It was just too upright next to everything. Are you guys starting to see what I'm talking about now? We're cleaning her up. Now you're going, oh, she's cutting everything off. We're gonna leave that one. No, I am not. You can visibly see the growth of this tree that is established. It looks old, it's majestic, it's wise, it knows how to set fruit. We need to leave that stuff, okay? You're cutting everything out of here, and this is the time. Boom. I like how we're looking. Let's see how close we are. And we'll finish up and move on. I don't like this guy here. See, it's crossing right over into its friends. Get rid of it. Okay, this isn't so bad, but we don't need a bunch of them, do we? So you do want to analyze where you're growing all these shoots, because if you broke a bunch of branches like I did, you want to back up and go, can I keep any of those water shoots? Because we did break branches, we lost, okay? So sometimes it will actually give you where you go, you know what, I like that replacement. If it doesn't, if they're all upright and you feel like, oh, you're not, so plums, this is a plum branch. This is a healthy plum branch, so is this, okay, these angles. You're too upright, you're doomsday. You're just gonna hate yourself. So always step back and start looking at, how does it look? Okay, well, I got a few uprights here, a couple danglies. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. I'm liking it, guys. If I step back, I think that to me, now don't get me wrong, there's a few still upright, okay? I'm still seeing over here. These guys, okay, what's gonna happen with these? These are gonna wanna break. They got nowhere to bend. Get rid of them, okay? If it's not at a 45, it is going to set you up for a headache. And Rhea knows this, because I will cry to her all the time when I'm like, I just broke another branch. I just broke another branch. The trees are all in bad shape. Well, they're in bad shape because sometimes I get overloaded and I forget this step. Don't forget this, guys. So I think that looks fantastic. Now, again, we only really completed the first one, and there's still, oh, I see one branch I missed that I hate. That's why I say back away, so that you can re-see. Here's one I missed. Okay, now I like it. Oh, this guy up here at the top, this'll create a nightmare. That guy,
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of him. Oh, and I see how it's funny when you come back in, you're like, wait, I see one right here I don't like.
It's almost like tweezing eyebrows.
It is, and you know, it's something, again, you can't be in a rush because you're gonna have to cut and back away. Cut and back. My eyes, when I'm in the tree, you get discombobulated. But you can visibly see now, but by looking at it, now I don't see any of that red growth anymore. Here's the growth we're removing, okay? And like you guys saw, it all was sticking straight up like that. So that's what we're removing. We're back to all the original spurs. You'll notice the original spurs a totally different color, folks. That's what we're getting back to. And that's the beauty of it. Now we've got a beautiful burgundy plum tree. She's ready. She says, put some poop in my soil, give me a good blessing, and I will provide for your family. So that's it for water shoots, folks. Let's mosey on to some more stuff.